This is Steve Beverly asking for your help. WLJT Channel 11, West Tennessee's home for educational and quality TV since 1968, needs your financial support. We don't sell commercials. Instead, we rely on donations from viewers. Channel 11 is the most local station in all of West Tennessee, bringing you local shows about events, happenings, and issues important to West Tennessee. It's really easy to donate. Go to westtnpbs.org. It's quick, easy, and secure. Donate today and show your support for local, educational, and quality television. Channel 11 needs your support today.
They're creating pathways to success with class credit and a paycheck. Hello, I'm Don McCory. On this edition of Tennessee is Talking, we're hearing from Loop 4.0, a program that is helping the Jackson-Madison County school students gain career experience before they even graduate. Find out how this local program is helping teens build confidence, skills, and future careers, all while still in high school.
We are rolling. Confirm record. Can we get a mic check? Check, check. Stand by camera 2. Take 2. Stand by announcer in 3, 2.
West Tennessee PBS presents Tennessee is Talking. Let the conversation begin.
Thanks for joining us on Tennessee is Talking. Hello, I'm Don McCory. Today we're highlighting Loop 4.0, short for Local Options and Opportunities Program. They're giving students in the Jackson-Madison County school system a head start on life after high school. Joining us today are Nicholas Harris and Rakia McLean of the Loop program. Thank you both for being here. Let's just start with the basics. What exactly is Loop 4.0?
Okay. Loop 4.0 is a grow your own initiative program that districts have. It gives the students, like you said, the opportunity to earn money while they're in class, and also it gives them the opportunity to see if this is something they want to major in if they go off to college, or do they something they want to just join our team after they graduate.
How do you go about determining eligibility for the students?
All right, so how the eligibility comes about is we go out and we recruit at all of the high schools, and we focus on the seniors that will be upcoming next school year, and we meet with the guidance counselors, and once we meet with the guidance counselors, they determine if a student is eligible or not with the program, because we go off grade point average and their school attendance and also their disciplinary records.
Okay, all right. Now, let's start with what are the primary goals of the Loop program itself? And now you're talking about eligibility, but the school system really wants to make this impactful within the community. So tell me a little bit about that.
All right, so the goals is to provide all of our Jackson-Madison County school system students with early post-secondary options and opportunities through our work-based learning program, which is our local options and opportunity program.
Okay. And the work-based learning program, is this something new for the community? How long has this program been around?
Work-based learning has been around for quite some time, and what most people probably don't know what work-based learning is, it's a proactive approach that bridges the gaps between high school students and high-demanding careers such as advanced manufacturing, such as healthcare, and such as education, which is why we're here to talk about our newly added Loop 4.0 Grow Your Own initiative.
And we have to acknowledge the fact that there are a lot of manufacturing companies that are coming into West Tennessee, and there's a high demand. So you are probably encouraging students that, as an alternative to college, this could be a career that they may want to consider.
Most definitely.
Okay. What kind of real-world experience do these students have while they're participating in this program?
Okay. You want to go?
The experience is definitely hands-on. They whatever department they're going into, they actually become an employee with the district, and we treat them just like a regular employee. They have guidelines, they have stipulations, and everything, every aspect that they have, and they just have to actually get in there, and they have a mentor. They get in there and they just learn those skills.
Now, many of these students may have never worked in an office environment before.
Absolutely.
How do you prepare them for their first day on the job?
Well, we have an orientation, and we kind of, once they get on board, we just pair them with someone that will be able to just kind of help them and guide them along the way.
Yeah, and there are great mentors that are able to help these students.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, how to dress, how to communicate effectively.
Absolutely.
That 30-second elevator speech, that pitch.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Nick and I both they know that they can come to us to get any type of pointers or anything that they need. They know they can come directly to us.
Great. Are you continually involved with the students while they are employed, or is it once the orientation is over, you see them at the end of the program?
No, we're hands-on.
We're hands-on.
We get to go out. Nick gets to go out more than I do, but we definitely get to go out and visit them at their sites.
Okay. Walk us through what a typical day is like for one of your students.
All right, so a typical day varies depending on what industry partner they're at. Some of our students work every day, and so a typical day would be they will start at 8 a.m. and they'll be done with work by 12 p.m. And from there, after they're done, they'll take their lunch and they go to school. Some of our models, we have students that work Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, such as the students is at Jackson Energy Authority. They work Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and they attend school on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Our students at Stanley Black & Decker works Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and attend school on Thursday and Friday. So a typical day would be, it's no blue and gray. They're either at work or they're at school. And so when they're not at school, they're at work, and when they're not at work, they're at school. And so one may ask, well, how do the students get their work done? We have a program called Edmentum, where students get a chance to work on their assignments through Edmentum, where their guidance counselors set their schedule and set their classes on Edmentum, and they work at it with their own pace.
Okay. So many of these students probably are responsible for getting themselves to and from work.
Most
absolutely.
definitely. They must have their own
Absolutely.
transportation. That's a requirement to participate in our program.
Okay. What kind of feedback have we received, or have you received, from the community, from the students, from the employers, as to how impactful this program has been?
The feedback has been awesome. We get people come in all the time, especially within the district, asking how can our department receive one of the Loop students. So we've had some amazing group of students that have come through with Loop 4.0, and they're just really setting the bar. Each semester we bring on new students. Those kids are definitely setting the standards.
How does a potential employer, well, first off, can you share with us who some of your employers are? You talked a little bit about Stanley Black & Decker and JEA. Are there others?
Yes, sir. We have Stanley Black & Decker. We have Jackson Energy Authority. We have Ingram Publishing Content Group. We have both sites that's out on American Drive and Edwards Drive. And we also have our newly added Renew Biomedical, where they make refurbished hospital equipment.
So if an employer is interested in taking on some of these students, are there specific requirements for the employer?
Most definitely. There are requirements. So basically what happens is they will meet with myself and we'll go over what we call a Miranda understanding, the MOU, and from there we have an agreement what the employer is actually looking for, how many students they want, what the pay will be, and also what shifts they would like those students to work. And so we try to keep it within the child law, wages law, where students not working late night or working extremely hours early in the morning.
Right. Is it also possible that after the senior year is over, that the employer may even hire that student full-time?
Most definitely, yes, sir. We've had several students hired on at Jackson Energy Authority full-time. We had several students hired on at Ingram Publishing Content Group full-time, and also at Stanley Black & Decker, so most definitely. And we, most definitely, that's basically what the program is for, to get those students in and see what it is they really want to do.
Okay. Talk a little bit about how the program prepares students for life after high school, whether it's in college or whether it's in trade school or within the workforce itself.
Okay, yeah, I delve into it, then I let Mr. McClain go. So Dr. King's vision is to have students enlisted, employed, or enrolled. So this program really helps the students find out what it is they really want to do. When we was coming up, everybody was kind of pushed to go to college, and you pretty much wouldn't push to go to like a technical school. So I really love the Loop program because it gives those students options and opportunities to find out, do they want to go into healthcare field? Do they want to go into advanced manufacturing? Do they want to go into education? So it's give those students those options and opportunities.
You sound so passionate about this. It sounds like you wish
Most
that you
definitely.
could have gone through the Loop program yourself.
Absolutely. It definitely gives them the structure that they need, and it gives them the opportunity to build work ethics, because that's something that they're kind of lacking, especially the young kids today. So it just gives them that opportunity to get in there to shadow people who are already in that field.
One of the most, I'm seriously excited about this, but one of the most highlighting and rewarding aspects of it, these kids actually get a paycheck.
Absolutely.
So that has to be a very stimulating, exciting opportunity for these young people to know that they could be paid for the work that they do.
Absolutely.
How do they accept this? For probably being paid for the first time for the job that they're doing.
The first time, yeah, and well, again, that's the biggest excitement, because that's the first question is, how much are we getting paid?
Most definitely.
Does it vary from employer?
Yeah,
It varies.
Okay.
Now with Loop 4.0, we started at $12.50 an hour.
Not
And,
bad.
and so that's excellent for
Nice work if you can get it.
a student that's in school and just maybe the first time job. That's a good wage for them.
Okay. Would you say it's one of the motivating factors of some students participating in the program?
I think so.
Yeah, most
I
definitely,
think
because
so.
we have some industry partners that pay over $15 an hour. But in our orientation, and when we go out to recruit at the high schools, we always tell them, myself and Ms. McClain tell them, don't do it because of the money, do it because it's something that you really could see yourself doing in the future. Because some students may go to the hospital and may make $15 an hour, but they may not like doing environmental services,
Right.
or they may not like working in the dietary department.
Right,
So
right.
find something that you can see yourself doing as a career.
How do you measure success for, first, the program itself and the students' accomplishments for participating?
I would say I measure based off the students that we retain. Say if we had 30 students start off the school year in our Loop program, and at the end of the school year we have 30 that maintain throughout both first and the second semester. So that's how I measure the success with the retention rate that we have.
Okay. Do you have a waiting list of students that want to be in the program?
Oh, we do.
Yeah.
We do. Because what happens is when we go out to do the recruitment, we tell them to go ahead and apply. But as soon as they see their peers interviewing and getting the job, then we have more that said, "Hey,
I want to do that too."
do we have an opportunity to join now?"
Right.
But no, we do. Those kids have, the fire has really picked up, and the momentum is there, and these kids, they're really still in the program because, like I said, we have some amazing kids.
Right. Now, once again, talk about this eligibility, because grades are a factor.
Grades are definitely a factor.
Discipline is a factor.
It is.
So tell me once again, what is it that the student has to be able to bring in order to participate in the program?
Self-discipline.
Most definitely.
They have to have self-discipline, and they have to have that drive. This is what we want, because remember now, once they get on board, these other kids see them, they're really showing them. And I explain to them in orientation, or when I'm talking to them one-on-one, look, this is the time for you to show up and to show out. You have to show your peers that this is something that I work for, this is how I got it, and this is what I want you guys to do. But you just have to have that drive there.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. You talked a little bit about your partnerships, like with West Tennessee Healthcare, Stanley Black & Decker. How do these companies benefit from these partnerships for both themselves? And then let's talk a little bit about how our community benefits from the work that these students are doing.
All right, so I'll delve into how the partners, advanced manufacturing is growing at a tremendous rate. So if you targeting and getting high school students that wants to come out of high school and start working in advanced manufacturing, you're getting a head start on building that relationship with those actual students coming out of high schools. Because we know some students don't want to go to college. Some may choose the technical path, and it could be a career booster for them. So the industry partner most definitely the benefits of building that relationship at an early stage with them.
Okay. And when you do your pitch to these potential employers or potential employers, are they typically excited about the possibility of bringing these young people into their work environment?
Most definitely. A lot of our employers have seen this on Twitter, and so they see other industry partners on Twitter with Loop students, and they like, hey, how can I become a partner? So I would say us hitting the ground running with the Loop program has started a buzz within Jackson, Madison County, and so a lot of other companies are starting to see it and wants to be a part of it.
Okay, which leads, I guess, into the next question. Are there plans to expand the program outside of the manufacturing realm?
Most definitely. We've just sent the MOU to Doubletree Hotel, which will start
hospitality
industry. Yes, sir. So we want to get into students actually learning how to run a hotel and not just cleaning up rooms, such as the environmental side. So
you must have observed the massive number of new hotels that have opened up on Interstate 40 recently.
Most
so
definitely.
there is definitely a need for that.
Yes, sir.
That's a great idea. So have you met with any of these? You said you met with Doubletree.
I already met with them.
Okay, and can you share a little bit how that conversation went, or is it too premature?
I can share a little bit about it. We was at an event on last year, and the former CT director, Nikita Johnson, was out recruiting and marketing the program along with myself, and she met a good friend of hers that was working for Doubletree Hotel and that was interested in Loop. And so we didn't want students just working in a hotel, cleaning rooms. We wanted more of a real world experience. And so we talked with her and we came up with agreement to start a hospitality program with the Doubletree Hotel.
That's great.
Students learn how to really work.
And with Loop 4.0, I have a lot of people come to the office asking, can we expand? Can we have an opportunity to get a Loop student? Just different departments in the district. So it's out there. They are really, really wanting to get on board to help our students.
I have to ask this here because you made an emphasis for Loop 4.0. I'm sure there may have been a Loop 2.0, 3.0. Tell me the big difference with the 4.0 program over the previous one.
All right, so that was a question I asked when I first started. So Loop 1.0 was advanced manufacturing. Then you had 2.0 with the Jackson Energy Authority. 3.0, it was starting to just develop as each industry partner came along. They just kind of just named it and gave it a number. And so Loop 4.0 was our latest with the Jackson Madison County Grow Your Own initiative.
Okay. What does an ideal Loop partner look like? Or what if there was a partner that may be watching this program, so maybe we can find students to fit into what we do?
Okay, so an ideal partner would be anyone around that advanced manufacturing, healthcare, education, and we're willing to open up to other industries as well. So an ideal partner would be someone that's willing to, first of all, mentor, motivate, and impact our Jackson Madison County students, because we don't want just students just participating in the Loop program to just show up at a work site and not get real world experience and just be told to do something. And also safety is one of our main concerns as well. Making sure the students are in a safe environment, working environment.
Okay.
So Tennessee is Talking could be a great opportunity for those communication department, because we have one Loop student that's in our communication, in-house district communication department. But you know, it's open to the community.
It is. Yeah. That's a great idea. And I have to share that our partnerships here at West Tennessee PBS, I had 2 students from JCM Early College High that actually worked here during the summer. So
awesome.
that opportunity actually exists. So we will definitely be able to push that forward. Okay.
Good deal. Thank you.
So what are some of the biggest challenges that you've had in this program? Is it getting students? Is it getting employers? Is it the balance between work and school? And do students actually have complications in terms of how do they maintain that balance, or do they come to you for that mentorship?
Well, I could say they come to us for mentorship, but I think a challenge will be with outside of the Loop 4.0 realm will be just industry partners coming on, because one thing when we go out and recruit is the funding. Some industry partners say that they don't have the funding at the time to hire a high school student, or sometimes age come in a factor when you're working in a company such as advanced manufacturing. Students must be already 18 years old, and we know most high school students are around the age of seniors, 16 and 17 year olds, so they're not 18. So the age could be a challenge at times when building those industry partners.
And sometimes transportation could be an issue, even though it's required to have transportation, and most of them start out really well, but then sometimes it gets just a little dicey a little bit. But overall, we hadn't had a terrible issue with the students getting where they need to go. They would call and say, hey, I just, I didn't have a ride today, but other than that, transportation, I would say, would probably be the biggest.
Would you say that employers are willing to be, I won't say flexible, but they're willing to be a little bit more understanding for these students who are coming into the workforce for the very first time?
Yeah, some employers are understanding, but at the same time,
they've got a product.
They have a product,
right,
and
yes.
they got things that they need to get out. So if they're hiring you to do a job,
Right.
and they want you to be like a full-time employer.
That brings up the question, do these students also have performance evaluations while they're working?
Yes, yes, sir. We do a 30, 60, 90-day evaluation at Stanley Black & Decker, and I kind of took that and took it within the other industry partners. So what that is, we evaluate them the first 30 days on the job, the first 60 days on the job, and the first 90 days. So basically that gets us through the first semester of their work site.
Okay. How do you ensure within the district that equity, parity, that every student that is eligible has this opportunity to participate in this program?
You want me to talk about that?
Yeah, you can go ahead.
So like I said, myself and Ms. McClain goes out along with the other industry partners, HR managers, supervisors. They go out with us to all of the high schools that's in the Jackson-Madison County area, and what we do is we get with the guidance counselor, and we want to target the students that are interested in the Loop program, not just because most students will come to the informational and just to get out of class, but we want to target those students that's actually interested. So how we keep it involved, that we invite all students no matter what.
Okay. So how do you market this program to those students? Do you physically go within the school,
Yes.
let's say in an assembly or in a meeting, and then tell them a little bit about eligibility and the opportunities that are available to them? Do you even bring in some of the potential employers and
Yes,
let
absolutely.
them talk to the students?
Absolutely.
Most definitely. Though, as I previously mentioned, we have supervisor, HR managers that will come along with us. So we do a recruiting date in the spring and then fall, and we go out to all of the high schools and meet with the seniors that's interested.
Okay.
And the guidance counselors are aware of it. And Mr. Harris always sends them a notification just to let them know, hey, this is the day that we'll be out. They let all the seniors know. And then we usually have a good turnout.
A lot of flyers we
Yeah.
do, a lot of
Yeah.
marketing on Twitter.
Great. Equity between male and female?
Most definitely.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Good.
Absolutely.
Okay. Parents, guardians, how can they be supportive of the students throughout this process?
It's very imperative that you have parental involvement because, as Ms. McClain mentioned, students must have their own transportation, and that's one of the biggest struggles we have with students that will start off and they don't have that transportation, or they do have the transportation that kind of gets them in a bad spot in terms of pointing out of the program. So basically what happens is we tell them that the informational that we have to go and talk this over with your parents to see if it's something that you can do, or to see if it's something that you're interested in doing. Most of the time, parents will say yay to the
Is
program.
parental consent required
It is.
It is. If a student is not 18 years old.
if they're under the
Yes,
age of
sir.
18?
Most definitely.
Good. Okay. What's the feedback that you've gotten from parents after a student has completed the program?
Our parents love the program.
Absolutely, I'm telling you, they're 100% supportive of their students, and I don't think it's anything that really has to do with the monetary factor of it, but they're just giving them that opportunity to kind of work in the area that they're really interested in.
How many parents have said, I've got another child that is almost 18?
Yeah, I've already started getting
Absolutely.
calls and emails that, from parents that's they have students is like sophomores already and they're interested in the program. So
you do have a waiting list.
most right.
They may not be 18 yet, but you do have a waiting list of
Yeah.
students that
Yes,
once
sir.
they become eligible,
Absolutely.
parents are and guardians are asking you to come back and talk to them also.
And I have had some students that actually still call today that have gone off to college and still want to know some advice on how to handle X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, and I would encourage you to have those students that have participated to come back to these pitches that you're doing,
Absolutely.
because they are probably your best marketing people that you can
Absolutely,
find.
they are.
Yes, to talk about exactly where they are today and how they got there.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So tell me again, what is it that the employer can do to reach out to you to say this is something that we think we might be able to help the school system with?
All right, so they could contact me at njharris@jackson-madison-county.org, or they can log on to the JMCSS/Loop website and find information on there where they could email me or contact me.
Okay. And how can families get more information about the program? How can they become more involved?
Oh, they can actually go on the website as well, and they can look at all the information about Loop, or they can give us a call at the district office.
Okay. What do you envision the future of Loop to look like one day?
My vision is having multiple industry partners throughout Jackson-Madison County. And one of the biggest things now that I really want to work on is getting our students that's in the criminal justice program at Northside at our new airport in Jackson-Madison County, so they can work on the TSA. So that's a vision of mine as well.
That's a great opportunity. Unfortunately, that's all the time we had for today's conversation. Nicholas and Rakia, thank you again for joining us and for sharing how Loop 4.0 is giving our students a head start at success. Remember, you can stream this episode and all local Channel 11 programs anytime on the PBS app. You can also watch it on West Tennessee PBS YouTube channel and on westtnpbs.org. Keep the conversation going by following WLJT on social media. Until next time, keep on talking Tennessee.
Send West Tennessee PBS your thoughts about today's program to TNS is Talking at westtnpbs.org. Your email may be shared on air during a future program. What are your thoughts, your opinions, your ideas? Send an email to tnsistalking at westtnpbs.org. Email us and let the conversation continue.
WLJT has been busy talking to new local authors for another season of Tennessee Writes. From best-selling books to children's books, historical fiction and Christian fiction, graphic novels, and more. Join us for a new exciting season of Tennessee Writes on Channel 11 and streaming on YouTube and the PBS app.
The program you've been watching was made possible through the generous financial support of West Tennessee PBS viewers like you. Please visit westtnpbs.org and make a donation today so that we can continue to make local programs like this possible. Thank you.